So, very good morning to everyone. So, in this session, we need to explain and learn fundamentals of estimation. In this topic, the subtopics are the constitutes of estimation procedure, how to estimate the cost and selling prices. Next, difference between the estimation and costing. So, in previous classes, we learned materials, labor, time allowances, various time allowances, tear down allowances, fatigue allowances, okay, miscellaneous allowances, overhead allowances, okay, miscellaneous allowances. So, by completion of this video, we need to learn overhead, estimation procedure, comparison between estimation and costing. So, firstly, overheads. In this includes the expenditure which cannot be definitely charged to some particular product during the production. So, overheads means we cannot charge directly. Okay, we cannot charge directly. So this includes the expenditure which cannot charge definitely charge to some particular product by using manufacturer. During the manufacturing, we cannot charge a particular person. Okay, for example, we start up a company. Okay, we manufacturing some product. So the cost of material is material cost. The cost of expenses is product cost, and the material that manufacturer cost. Next, there will be a labor cost is also. But what is meant by overheads? So for running the company, there are some social needs and their comfortable needs are required. Okay, for doing any manufacturing, the manufacturer required it for the visibility of lights and their social needs and basic needs like water. Okay, so those are the overheads, those are come under the overheads. Those overhead charges are classified as indirect material cost. Indirect material cost means which is not charged to the material. For example, cotton to remove the dirt, to clean the machineries, so we need to use the cotton cloths. Okay, for the to avoid the friction in the machine, we need to use the oils, okay, some lubricants to reduce the heat generation. So that's is known as indirect material cost. Indirect labor cost. What do you mean by indirect labor cost? Means during the manufacturing, the other persons also required it. Okay, na, to give some to help the people. Okay, manufacturer like watchmen's, okay, foreman's, okay. For that we can say as indirect labor cost. And administrative expenses. Okay, what do you mean by administrative? Means the management consists of administration. So the management means which can give the work efficiently and effectively, and they can charge, okay, and they can implement the policies. Okay, na. For any organization, this consists of administration. For those administration cost means for the phone calls and for phone calls and their needs. Okay, next is selling expenses, means for the selling department. Next, factory expenses for lights, okay, for the water, okay, factory expenses. Next, distributive expenses for the distribution. Okay, first we are loading one lorry, okay, one lorry of an goods. So it required the transportation expenses, transportation money. So that money also comes under the overheads. Next, depreciation. What is meant by depreciation? Depreciation means we learned in coming classes, but the basic definition of depreciation is reduction of value of an asset with respect to time. Okay, reduction of value of an product with respect to time is known as depreciation. So factory overheads, all the indirect expenditure incurred towards factory work for manufacturing a product is known as factory expenses or factory overheads or factory on cost. Next, work on cost. Factory overheads includes expenses such as indirect material cost, indirect labor cost, factory rents, factory lighting charges, insurance of plant and factory, depreciation of plant and machinery. So indirect material cost. In this, the cost of grease, coolants, oils, cotton waste, okay, water, etc., considered as an indirect material cost. I already discussed earlier. So indirect labor cost means watchmen's. Okay, in this the salaries of supervisors, draftsmen, designers, research workers, helpers means watchmen, or who can helps during the manufacturing. Next, crowd creator and person working for material handling. So material handling means they can help, right, for transportation of anything during the manufacturing, etc. are included. Next, administration overheads. Administration overhead includes salaries of administration staff means managers. Next, financial managers, general managers. Okay, now. Next, office building depreciation and office rent, light and power required for office. Next, telephone, telegram, and postal charges required for office. I explained already. Next, printing and stationery for office. Next, selling overheads. This includes salaries of sales manager, salesperson. Next, traveling expenses and commission to salesman. Okay, he required it for the commission, right? Next, advertisement expenses. For we are introducing a product, we can give advertisement in papers and televisions. Okay, magazines. So this it is under the administration. Selling overheads in advertisement expenses.